It goes on, 23andMe and or our contracted genotyping laboratory will retain your genetic information even if you choose to delete your account. Business model, your customers give you their genetic information for you to run various tests on, is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
And I mean, that's pretty sensitive stuff, isn't it? Somebody's genetic information, is there anything more personal than that?
I would agree with you, Senator, that genetic data is sensitive information.
And so now you're just gonna sell all of it?
What's up, Patriots? Welcome back to Freedom's Voice, where we call out government overreach, corporate corruption, and anyone trying to sell your freedom to the highest bidder. And folks, today's story? It's a big one. Senator Josh Hawley just obliterated the CEO of 23andMe, Sil Savage, right there in a Senate hearing. And it was absolutely brutal.
It says right here that you will retain genetic information, including date of birth and sex, even if you choose to delete your account. This is your privacy policy. I'm just quoting from it.
Senator, to the best of my knowledge, we do not maintain any genetic information.
It says even if you choose to delete your account, we will retain your genetic information, date of birth and sex, even if you choose to delete your account.
There is some information that we do retain, such as, but not related to the genetic information.
Right.
But that, such as name, email address,
Oh.
and other.
So even if you delete the account, you retain their name, you retain their email address, you retain their date of birth, you retain their sex, and you retain their genetic information, even if they choose to delete your account. So in other words, don't talk to your suit behind you, talk to me. He's not testifying, you are. You do not allow consumers actually to delete permanently their data. And when you said a minute ago to Senator Moody, at all times consumers have complete control of their data, that's just not true, is it? By the terms of your own agreement, that just is not true.
Senator, with all due respect, all of the genetic data is deleted. We are only
With all due respect, what you are telling me is in direct contravention to what your own policy states, even if you choose to delete your account. In fact, what you do is you allow your consumers to delete their account settings, but their data isn't deleted. You still have it. The laboratory still has it. You have their name. You have their date of birth. You have their sex. And now you're going to sell it. Here's my point. It's a pattern. Your consumers actually aren't in control of anything. You are. You control their data. You control their genetic information. Now you're about to sell it. You promise them, we won't ever sell it without your consent, but you're doing it. You promise them we'll allow you to delete it, but you don't. In fact, you've lied to them. Have you not?
Senator, we have not. I assure you that we are deleting all of our customers who have requested.
No, you're not. You're not, because your policies say they're not, and you're not deleting it because if you were, your company wouldn't be worth $300 million. No, don't read from what your guy behind you is shoveling talking points to you now. I don't want your talking points. I've read your policies. I've seen what they are, and I tell you what, it's amazing to me you're not getting your socks sewed off by your customers. I hope they will. I hope they will rush to the courthouse, even as we are here today, to sue you into oblivion for lying to them and taking their most personal, identifiable information and selling it for a profit and lying to them and to the American public. Quite frankly, Mr. Sil Savage, what you're doing here has all kinds of implications, national security implications, all of it, but nothing is worse than taking the personal, identifiable information of American consumers and keeping it and lying to them about it while you make a huge profit off of it. It's unbelievable to me. It's absolutely unbelievable. This concludes our hearing. I want to thank each of the witnesses for taking the time to share your experience, your expertise, and your perspectives. Written questions can be submitted for the record until Wednesday, June 18th at 5 p.m. I'll ask the witnesses to answer and return questions to the committee within 2 weeks. The hearing's adjourned.
You've got Senator Hawley, one of the few guys in Washington actually willing to stand up for Americans' privacy, grilling this tech exec who clearly didn't expect to get called out this hard. He asked the right question. Why is 23andMe collecting genetic data from millions of Americans, including our kids, and then turning around and selling it to pharmaceutical companies? And you could see it. The CEO had no good answer. None. Now listen, I'm all for innovation. I'm not against science. But when a private company starts stockpiling the genetic blueprint of over 14 million Americans and then acts sketchy about who gets access to it, that's not innovation. That's surveillance capitalism. And here's the kicker. 23andMe claims you can delete your data anytime, but Hawley caught them red-handed. Even if you delete your account, they keep your info. That's right, they still hold on to your personal genetic data. How's that for privacy, huh? Sounds a lot like the same garbage we get from big tech. Say one thing, do another. Let's be real here. If this were some small, conservative-owned company doing this, the media would be losing their minds. But because it's Silicon Valley, they get a pass. These same corporations that lecture us about trust and safety are the ones selling your DNA to Big Pharma without your full consent. And we're supposed to just trust them? No way. This is why we need people like Josh Hawley in there asking the tough questions. He's doing what every American should want, holding these globalist corporations accountable. Your DNA is the most personal data you have. It's not just a password. It's who you are. It's your family, your ancestry, your health. If companies can buy and sell that like it's just another product, then what's next? Are we going to let corporations decide who gets insurance, who gets jobs, or even who gets medical treatment based on the DNA they bought from your spit sample? That's not freedom. That's control. I'll say this. Every American who's ever sent their DNA to one of these companies needs to start asking some hard questions. What's happening with that data? Who's using it? Who's profiting off of it? And honestly, Senator Hawley is right. If these companies have lied to the public, they deserve to be sued, and they deserve to lose big. This is about protecting our privacy, our families, and our sovereignty as Americans. So patriots, what do you think? Should companies like 23andMe be allowed to sell genetic data? Do you trust big tech or big pharma with your DNA? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget, smash that like button, share this video so more people wake up, and hit subscribe so you never miss the truth mainstream media won't tell you. Until next time, stay free, stay aware, and God bless America, USA.